Now we will talk about the brain stem. Here it is brain stem, and it's made of three regions: midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. The brain stem, its major function is to control automatic behaviors necessary for survival, like heart rate or breathing rate. It also contains fiber tracts connecting higher structures, our cerebrum, with lower neural centers, like our spinal cord. All those tracts are going through the brain stem. 10 out of 12 pairs of cranial nerves originating of our brain start from the brain stem. Midbrain, this small portion. It contains motor tracts going through it, and also it contains cerebral aqueduct. It's a tiny tube containing third and fourth ventricles. So cerebrospinal fluid is going through the cerebral aqueduct from the third ventricle to the fourth. Pons, the middle portion of the brain stem, also connects higher brain with the spinal cord, and it has one more function. It connects brain with the cerebellum, or it's better to say it connects cerebellum with the rest of the brain. And its origin for cranial nerves, trigeminal, abducens, and facial. Medulla oblongata is the lowest portion of the midbrain, and it turns into the spinal cord and goes down, and it has decussation inside of it. Remember that left side of the brain controls right side of the body, and right side of the brain controls left side of the body. So those nerves are crossing in the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata also contains cardiovascular center, which is made of two portions. Cardiac center is responsible for heart rate, and vasomotor center adjusts our blood vessel diameter and so adjusts our blood pressure. Also, there are respiratory centers in the medulla oblongata that generate the rhythm of our breathing. So, if I ask you, can we survive if our medulla is severely damaged? The answer would be no. Medulla oblongata is vital for our surviving. Additional functions of medulla. It's responsible for vomiting, hiccuping, swallowing, coughing, and sneezing. A lot of basic functions of the body. Now the last portion of the brain we are going to talk about is the lowest portion, or cerebellum. It is small, and it makes about 11% of brain mass, and it's located dorsal, posterior to the pons and medulla. That is pons, and right here medulla. So that is cerebellum. Its main function is subconsciously providing precise timing and appropriate patterns of skeletal muscle contraction. What does that mean? Let's say you need to go to the door and open it. Do you have to think which muscles you have to contract for that? Which muscles in your left leg or in your right leg? In which order? When to contract them? No, you don't need to think about it. Your cerebellum is calculating all of that for you. Cerebellum is made of two portions, or hemispheres, connected by the central part, which is called vermis. Each hemisphere is made of 3 lobes, and if we cut through the cerebellum, you will see inside there will be white matter of the cerebellum, which looks a little bit like a tree with branches. It's called arbor vitae, or tree of life. Tree of life. Cerebellum also has 3 structures called cerebellar peduncles: inferior, middle, and superior. All of them are for the connection of the cerebellum to their pons. And if we summarize cerebellar functions, first, it receives information from the cortex. it needs to know what you're gonna do. Are you gonna get up, stand up, and go open that door? Then it receives information from proprioceptors. It needs to know your current body position. If you are standing, then you just need to walk. If you are sitting, you need to stand up first before you walk to the door. It also receives information from your eyes, which can estimate the distance from you to the door. And finally, using all that information, your intention, your body position, and information from your eyes, cerebellar cortex can calculate the best way to smoothly coordinate muscle contraction. Which muscles will contract first so you could stand up, which muscles would contract later so you could walk to the door, and which muscles in your arm and hand would contract after that so you could reach the door and open it.